2.
Nelson Tethers, Department of Puzzle Research. Just arrived in Scoggins, Minnesota. There's a weird man staring at me. Some kind of thing going on at the local eraser factory. Local report hearing whispers. Snow must be playing tricks on my eyes. For a second, I thought I saw...
Can Nelson see the unique details of the moon? Rotate the rings of the scope until each ring is locked in place, and each column of symbols contains no duplicates. Rotate rings until each ring is locked, and each column contains no duplicates. Oh, I see. Okay, that's got 2 owls. Right, let's move the outside one. 2 eyes. 2 stars. Wait, is that it? No duplicates. That's no dupes, right? Well, a bit of inflation. These ones costing like just under 100,000. Top agent.
Eraser Factory is back open, even though Foreman Isaac Dabner remains missing. The Bureau's marking this case officially closed.
He was going to say something. What did he say? Who are you?
Ingram?
Oh, hiya, Nelson. Thought you'd left for the night.
Why are you in my office if you thought I'd left?
How are things going in vegetable crimes?
Vegetable crimes?
The guys in leafy greens are pretty busy, but you know how dull it is in roots and tubers. We haven't had a real case since the Taro murders back in '76. What I wouldn't give to see some field action like you did.
What?
Puzzle division. Wow.
Vegetable crimes?
Jim, puzzle division isn't that exciting.
Come on, Nelson. You were out of the office a whole week.
Are you looking through the Scoggins file?
I sure am. Oh, I hope you don't mind. It's just, I'm kind of a fan. You didn't just reopen some eraser factory. You completely cracked that case like it was some first-timer's letter substitution puzzle.
Yeah, crack that case wide open. So, what are you doing in my office?
Check it out! I just solved the latest from Japanese puzzle master Hanji Monosaki. It's rated 4 dragons. Looks like you've got some competition in the puzzle-solving department.
Yeah, about that.
Can you solve this 4-dragon puzzle designed by puzzle master Hanji Monosaki? What is the next number in the sequence? $11, $12, 1, 2, 3. The way you narrow games down is we only take initial suggestions by subs, then have 2 votes. Second vote votes on top 4 from the first plus 1 up to the previous second. That's good, because then you don't have to worry about finding games yourself. You can just take suggestions from subs. Like this bracket these games that I'm playing now, these were all put in with channel points by viewers. So anyone that they set the points pretty high. and anyone that had enough could put a game in. But there was a couple that I straight out rejected. So they got their points back, but I just said straight. But one of them was definitely someone was trying to be a jerk, and I'm like, no, that game's not even allowed on Twitch. It's straight up been banned. So that was easy, and I couldn't buy it. But I always go through them first to make sure they're suitable. I mean, it could be numbers on a clock, in which case it's 11, 12. It would be 3. Is there any other thing it could be? I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. At first, I was just being smartass. I'm like, yeah, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3. Each circle is 12 dashes. Are they now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wait, 1. 11. That one's 11. What about this one? Let's start on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No, they're not. There's nothing special. It's just, can you solve this 4-dragon puzzle designed by puzzle master Hanji Monosaki? The next number is... Oh, that's okay, man. I mean, that seems just so stupidly simple, right? Like, am I looking for something more difficult? Well, maybe it's not a 4-dragon puzzle. Maybe because it's that simple. Are we going to call him on it and go, this is not a 4-dragon puzzle? Those achievements, nice.
Nice try, Jim, but you see here...
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Don't worry, you almost... Hey, Jim, if you like puzzles, maybe you could do me a huge favor. I'm gonna be taking some time off, and I've still got all these tapes from the Scoggins case.
You want me to log them into evidence? These tapes must have all the puzzles.
Thanks, Jim. And I'll probably be
Yeah.
recording more notes while
I know
I'm
what you
away.
mean, first name, surname.
No problem. Just mail them back to me and I'll file them through vegetable crimes.
Thanks for the help, Jim.
Yeah, Nelson. Have a good trip to... wherever.
Are we going back out to Scoggins?
The Bureau's marking this case officially closed, but I can't leave it like this. The factory foreman is still missing, and there has to be some rational explanation for all the things I've seen. It's going to take all my vacation time, but I won't be able to relax until I've found Isaac Dabner and gotten to the bottom of this case. The only way to do that is to go back to Scoggins, Minnesota. I'm finally back in Scoggins. The place is a lot quieter at night.
There's Bjorn.
I don't see any of the familiar townspeople. I'm going to check into Valda's Inn and get a fresh start on the case in the morning.
Achievement unlocked. Welcome back. Come here, Peppa. Sit. Sit. And kiss. Aw. Coco. Give me Coco. Whoopiki. Oh yeah, crunch, 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 crunch. Pepper. She's got some pug in her and a whole bunch of other whatevers. We weren't told she was a rescue. So they just said pug cross, and you can see the pug in her on certain angles, but it's small. All right, where's the gum? Look at it, like 3 pieces. 4 pieces. There's more. Look, look, look. Is there any more gum anywhere? How much gum are you gonna look at that? I like it. I like the magnifying sort of really identified that. "52 achievements in the game."
Oh my, Mr. Agent Tethers.
Where's all the gnomes?
I kind of miss the wooden gnome collection, Miss Garrett. Made the whole place seem creepier.
I don't know if that's a compliment.
Good evening, Mrs. Garrett.
Oh dear. I mean, good evening, Agent Tethers. I didn't expect to see the FBI back here in town, not now that the eraser factory's back up and running.
This is just a personal trip. Has anyone heard from the factory foreman, Isaac Davner?
What? Who? Oh, no. I mean, I don't recall anyone with that name.
What?
I never did get to try your famous hot dish.
Oh, well, have a seat and I can whip up. I mean, we're all out. No, sir, not a scrap of it anywhere. Can't make any hot dish for the guests just come in from the cold.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Yeah.
That's strange.
I suppose the factory's still running with no problems?
Oh, yeah. Our plant supplies the White House with all of its erasers, don't you know?
Yes, ma'am. It's a national treasure.
And you helped us get to the bottom of that nasty incident like a real town hero.
Well, it was no...
Which is why it's so unusual that you'd be back in town again.
It's a little suspect.
Do you know where I can get some chewing gum?
Gum? Oh my, no. You won't find a stick of it anywhere in town. Not until spring at the earliest, and maybe not even then.
Why do you say that?
There've been rumblings in the town council trying to ban it within city limits.
But gum's the only thing that helps me concentrate.
Yeah, it's all part of the new Keep Scoggins Beautiful campaign. It's just a darn shame. You can see pieces stuck to walls and trees everywhere you look.
I'll be on the lookout for it.
See, I'll be on the lookout.
Could I get the same room I had last time?
We didn't even go in our room last time.
This is terrible. We're completely booked up, I'm afraid. No vacancies.
No vacancies? In Scoggins?
Oh, yeah, lots of, tourists. Here for the snow and, erasers. Look, you can see here for yourself.
Martha claims she has booked all of the rooms in the inn. Can you figure out room assignments that will satisfy everyone's request and spare a room for Nelson to stay in? There are 6 rooms at the inn, 3 on each floor. Guest requests are: Mr. Maxwell insisted he stay on the floor above Miss LaRue. Okay, so there's only 2 floors. So Maxwell on top, Miss LaRue on bottom. Oi. Miss Dippleton will not stay on a floor with more men than women. Miss Blesson and Mr. Carlman always get rooms on the same... Mr. Blesson and Mr. Carlman always get rooms on the same floor. Okay. So Maxwell on the top. Miss LaRue on the bottom. We have 3 men, which means... Oh, and 2 of them are booking together. Carlman and Blesson and Carlman, right? So if we put them on the bottom, Tethers will be on top, and she won't stay if there's more men than women. So she has to go on the bottom, which means Tethers goes on the bottom, and these guys go up the top. Right? We got 2 achievements then. Top agent.
It looks like there's a room available.
One was for
Well,
spending over
isn't this
200,000 of taxpayer
embarrassing?
dollars. The number of
That
Christmas
room is
trees
being,
cut in
fumigated.
2007.
Ghosts.
Ghosts?
202,259.
Bed bugs?
Oh, heavens, no. Of course it's not bed bugs. It's, painters.
The room's being fumigated for painters?
Don't be silly, Agent Tethers. I mean to say the room's being painted. I'm sorry, but you'll just have to look somewhere else.
But it's freezing, and this is the only hotel in...
Yeah, no vacancies. You'll just have to go outside.
We go out the back, or we go upstairs? Come.
Stove still working fine, Ms. Garrett? Good, then I just won't go anywhere near it ever again.
That's odd. Okay.
Scoggins hasn't wasted any time making me feel unsettled and unwelcome. Tried to check into the hotel, only to be told there were no vacancies. Unless the town's become a tourist hotspot, the innkeeper is trying to hide something. Just heard something from the alley behind the hotel. The alley where I saw one of those creatures.
We never figured out what the
I'm going to
screwdriver in the alley was for.
Investigate.
In one. I gotta click everywhere and try and find all. We've got to clean up Scoggin. This is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be going around clicking everywhere for chewing gum. No, we went out back last time and there was a screwdriver, and he had a. He's like, oh, someone's left a screwdriver here, but we never found out what they left it there for.
Oh, it's just the door.
She found a vacancy?
The noises in the alley turned out to be nothing more sinister than a back door to a warm room for the night. There has to be a reason Mrs. Garrett doesn't want anyone to know I'm staying here. But that, is a mystery for tomorrow.
Okay, so she let us in through the back. We got a puzzle on the lamp. We got gum up here. Was that? Okay, that was...
For a second, I thought I saw someone on the street below. Probably just my imagination.
I gotta turn the light on.
Oh, it's late. There's plenty of time to investigate tomorrow morning.
No, investigate now, Tethers.
Ah, a hidden people lamp. To stare at me all night while I sleep. Comforting.
It's facing away from the bed. Help trace the sighting of the hidden people by arranging the photos in order. Okay, first one. And then... Okay. First person. He's following the first one. Then this dude on the snowmobile, then everything else. Dude is us. Top agent. They really upped the production value of this section.
Wow, that was interesting. But I figured it out.
Not so much that section.
For a second, I thought I saw someone on the street below. Probably just my imagination. It's clear now that the mysteries of
Lying down
Scoggins
in
go
bed, that could be
deeper than
good.
the incident at the eraser factory. And I'm convinced I made the right choice to come back. Assuming, of course, I make it through the night.
He's just freaking out.
Huh?
Discover the secret message by placing the names of Scoggins' missing residences in the order they disappeared, starting from the first to go missing. Well, who went... I didn't know all these people went missing. Discover the secret message by placing the names of Scoggins' missing residences in the order they disappeared, starting from the first. Who are these people? Oh, this is going to be just a...
It's no good. Someone knows I'm in town, because I've just received a note. Isaac Davner does not exist. I won't have any idea what that means until I've gotten enough information to solve the puzzle on the other side.
Yeah.
My first priority tomorrow is to take this note into town and find out what these names have in common.
There was a piece of gum on the window. Is that Daryl? And there was a piece of gum on the window before. More gum.
Stupid flyers. Crash of a black moon.
Excuse me. Daryl, was it?
Hang on, I'm bit... Hey, you're that FBI guy.
Special Agent Tethers, Puzzle Research Division.
Yeah, well, I've got a missing person case for you guys to solve.
The factory foreman?
That's old news. I'm talking about my brother Daryl.
Daryl.
Could you tell me more about your brother's disappearance?
Wait, they were
We
brothers?
were out past Sesame Woods a couple of days ago. Daryl split off on his own because he said we were in Barrelope country.
Barrelope?
Oh, they're real. Don't doubt it.
And he was scared of them.
Scared? Nah, he went hunting for him. Haven't seen him since.
Barrelope.
Is there anything else you can tell me about Daryl?
He's allergic to walnuts. What do you want to know? Not much to it, Mr. FBI. He went missing out past Sesame Woods, and somebody needs to go look for him.
Okay.
Have you seen or heard from Isaac Davner since I left?
Who?
The foreman of the eraser factory. He went missing after the factory shut down.
Oh yeah, him. Yeah, figures. People here go missing all the time.
Hidden people.
Do you know anything about the hidden people?
Great. My brother goes missing, and the FBI comes to ask me about forest gnomes.
You don't believe in them?
You should have come here earlier, when I was 4 years old, and listened to bedtime stories.
Flyers.
Where have you been putting up those flyers?
I've been getting permission first. It's legal.
Need any help?
Sure. Federal tax dollars should work.
Daryl is passing out flyers in the neighborhood, but the flyer bandit is at large and will steal them. Figure out where to place the stacks to ensure 50 flyers reach the end of the paths. Ensure exactly 50 flyers will make it to the other side of town. Each person will pick up one paper. At a fork in the road, half will take the left path. The bandit will steal flyers from anyone who passes by him. The bandit is at one of the 3 locations marked with the question mark, but nobody knows which one. Okay, so wait, what? Each person will ensure that exactly 50 flyers make it to the other side of town. Each person will pick up one paper. At a fork in the road, half will take the left path. Okay. So how many people are going which way? And at a fork, half go left. Is that like what happens here? The fork happens here first, half go here, then half go there. It just doesn't matter at the end, right? Oh no, we're going down. Half go left, which is this side. Half go left. There's no fork there. Half go left, half go left. Alright, so yeah, we've got 30, 62. We need 12 stolen. Alright. Which means we need 12 to go at each of these ones. Yeah, each question mark needs to be a 12. So for starters, this is the only one we can straight up half. Which means if we want 12 to go through there, we need 24 to be there. Right. I like that it's showing us, but it means you can kind of brute force instead of thinking it. But I guess that's kind of okay. Right? Whatever we go down here gets added to there. This one's going to go straight down, and that one's going to go straight down. So these need to be relatively small numbers. This one has to be less than 24. Because if 12 go that way and some go this way, that's going to give us more than 12. So it's probably like, if it's 22 though, That means 11 goes here, and then once we go like 22, and then a 2. Right. And then we just got to make sure that one equals 12. And we can play around with this one, I guess. And just swap them around if it's wrong, but I think it's like that. Yeah. Right. So there's a bandit. So that was the deal, right? If one of the 12s doesn't make it, that means we have 24. And if we've got 26 in the others, 24 and 26 is 50. That makes it through, right?
There you go. That should get everybody in town on the lookout for Daryl.
I doubt it in this town. People disappear all the time in Scoggins. Nobody even notices anymore.
There have been other missing people?
Plenty others. Even that researcher over at the campground had his buddy go missing just last week.
Do you know where I could...
Last
He's
week.
got a trailer at the Wallows campground. Name's Alfred, something or other. Have fun, Mr. FBI. Try looking for my brother while you're at it.
It sounds like Isaac Davner's just one of many missing people around Scoggins. The cases might all be related. I'm heading to the Wallows to ask a researcher there about his missing friend.
Why are we getting
And
agent
look for
evaluations for a
Daryl's brother,
vacation?
of course.
Don't know. No. Just making sure. Do we have gum? She looks cheery here. How much gum can we collect? That's going to be the question.
This is everything I've been able to uncover about Isaac Davner. I'm positive he's at the center of all this. But how? I've been looking through these files for weeks, but I still can't see how everything is connected. Never thought I'd be looking at Scoggins again, but I can't leave until I've gotten to the bottom of Isaac Davner's disappearance. I wonder if I could sneak this painting out in my carry-on luggage.
Okay.
Hi, Mrs. Garrett.
Hello, Agent Tethers. I hope you had a good night.
I did, actually, thanks to a mysterious benefactor.
Oh, it's not that mysterious. I'm sure she just... I mean, whoever it was just hated the thought of you being out there in the dark and cold.
Mrs. Garrett, was anyone pressuring you to keep me from checking in?
What? Oh, no. That business about the vacancies was just, a clerical error. Oh, silly me.
Well, okay.
It's just that some people don't trust outsiders because they see this town as a family. A brotherhood of Scoggins, if you will. But that's no reason to be inhospitable.
Brotherhood, hey?
Is there anyone else staying in the hotel?
To be honest, no. Why do you ask?
Somebody left a strange note under my door last night. Couldn't see who it was.
Oh my, I was at the desk all night, and I didn't see or hear anyone come in or out.
Has anyone in town actually seen the hidden people?
Agent Tethers, that's just crazy talk. The only gnomes in Scoggins are the little wooden ones.
Speaking of that, what happened to your collection from the window?
Oh, those? I sold them to that nice man Steve at the diner. Made a tidy profit, too.
Steve.
Nobody's ever
With his,
mentioned
our
actually
delivery?
seeing one of the hidden people?
Oh, Agent Tethers, they're just stories people tell to make the long winters more interesting. Nobody really believes in that. Except that poor Bo Murphy, I guess. And Steve, over at the diner. Oh, and the Brotherhood, of course.
Murphy, hey?
Have you seen Bo Murphy? The last time I saw him, he was in the alley, talking to someone. I was hoping to ask him some questions about it.
Bo Murphy? Well, I haven't seen him in... Oh my, how long
Deep
has
breaths.
it been since I've seen him? Must have been around the time you were here last.
That's been quite some time.
Mumbled
like a week
something
ago or
about
something?
going into the woods to finish a conversation. Haven't seen him since.
Ask again.
Did you file a missing persons report with the sheriff for Bo Murphy?
Oh my, no. I didn't even realize he was gone until you mentioned it. Bo was always a little unusual, even before he started talking about the whispers. I'm sure he'll be back before you know it.
I'm actually kind of curious about that hot dish I've been hearing about.
Oh, sorry, Agent Tethers. We really are out of the hot dish for real, I'm afraid. It's been a bad winter for moose meat, and the man who usually delivers the cilantro
Moose
has
meat?
gone mysteriously missing.
Yeah, she's a cool character.
So long, Mrs. Garrett.
You stay safe out there.
Okay. Is there any gum anywhere? God, there is. How many pieces of gum do you think we'll have by the end of the episode? Oh, he's got to go out the back door. He can't go out the front door. They really don't want anyone missing out on hints. I think we'll have 100 pieces, yeah. I wonder if there's an achievement for 100 pieces of gum.
That fire pit hasn't been used since the last thaw, assuming this place ever thaws. Excuse me, sir. I'm looking for a researcher.
You found one.
I'm Special Agent Tethers with the FBI Puzzle Research Division, Dr.
Versteckt. But that's my father's name. Call me Alfred. I'm doing anthropological research here in Scoggins. I'm a student of mankind.
Someone in town said your friend had gone missing?
Friend? Oh, yes, they must be talking about my graduate student, Will Medlock. Very bright young man. Disappeared...
Medlock.
Oh, when was that? 2 months ago?
That was before the incident at the eraser factory. But no one mentioned it before.
Can't say I'm surprised. Local law enforcement was no help.
Yes, I've met the local law enforcement.
People here are more interested in puzzles than missing people.
Okay, so Will Medlock. 2 months. When was Daryl? It was like a week?
Is there anything else you can tell me about this missing grad student, Will?
Well, now that I think about it, I wonder if spending time in Scoggins was starting to have an effect on him.
What was it?
How do you mean?
He became
Daryl was a week ago?
unfocused. Talked about nightmares and whispers. I didn't think much of it at the time. He walked away in the middle of one of my discussions about the transformative power of myth and legend. I thought he was just bored, but I never saw him again.
Isaac, yeah.
What is an anthropologist doing in Scoggins, Minnesota?
Same thing an anthropologist does anywhere else. I'm studying people.
The people of Scoggins? Is there enough to study?
Oh my, yes. The shared reality made by the people and their folklore. I've been here for years, and I've just barely scratched the surface. Don't you get the sense that this is a town on the cusp of something big? their folklore, their fascination with puzzles. It's as if the energy of thought is being transformed into solving one of the great problems of our age.
No, I don't think so.
How long have you been here in Scoggins?
Well, let's see, about 15 years? I'm on my 8th government grant.
Wow.
Do you know anything about the missing factory foreman, Isaac Davner?
Ah, yes. Fascinating story, that. A real suburban myth in the making. To the people of Scoggins, he's the archetype of the martyr, the ritual sacrifice made as an attempt to assert control over capricious nature.
Wait a second. Davner is not a myth. He's a real person. I've met him.
Myths are real, Agent Tethers. We're all characters playing roles. The hero in a quest for truth. The wise, mysterious sage who serves as his guide.
Wise. Right. You must know something about the local stories, about gnomes?
The hidden people? Well, of course. They're the ones who brought me here in the first place. I'm studying the myth and worship of the hidden people.
Oh, then you've dealt with that cult, the Brotherhood of Scoggins.
Oh my, yes. Frightfully mad, all of them. Be careful, Agent Tethers. Their devotion to the hidden people makes them extremely driven and extremely dangerous.
Alright, later, dude.
Thanks for your time, Alfred. If you hear any more about Isaac Davner or your missing friend, please let me know.
I've just spoken with a mild-mannered but extremely driven agent from the FBI. He was looking for information about the hidden people and the rash of disappearances in the area, including young Wills. Of course, if he's investigating a missing persons case, he'd best talk to Sheriff Bogg. The sheriff may not be helpful, but he is the one man in town with information about all the missing residents.
What he said.
Yeah. That's great. Achievement unlocked, keeping Scoggins beautiful. Let's go to Sheriff Bogg.
I'm finally desperate enough to visit Sheriff Bogg's office, but he's already working against me. A note on the door says, "Out to grab a bite." If I want any answers, I'll have to head to the Moose Ear Diner.
Alright, no one's inside? Well, maybe he's just not home. Or he's sitting in the corner doing puzzles.
A note on the door says, "Out to grab a bite." If I want any answers, I'll have to head to the Moose Ear Diner.
Out to grab a bite. Maybe it's like the fish. Is he the guy eating the fish? Lutefisk. Is that awful fish dish? Between the 5 generators, power all devices using every available power outlet. Generators will evenly split power if used twice. Each device must be powered exactly to their needs. Pepper, you're not allowed under there, and you know that. Get out. No, you're not allowed under there. There's wires and stuff. I know you want to look out the window, but no, you look out the other window. Treat. You gotta come say hello. Come on, come. Sit. Kiss. Say hi, chat. Oh, you want to come get a treat too, do you? Alright, no, you just got one. You can't have two. Actually, you want one as well? No, all hanging around. Bad smells. You're going to be shy, okay? His computer ran out of memory, so he's grabbing a bite. Okay, between 5 generators, power all devices using every available outlet. Generators will evenly split power if used twice. Each device must be powered exactly to match their power needs. Oh man, what a pain. Okay, these are the generators and these are the things. Generators will evenly split power if used twice. Okay, so we need 40. We need a 30, so we could probably just go straight in on one, right? Split it twice like that. Do we have to use them all? Using every available outlet. Okay, so we can do that. I need to get 15 into here, which means splitting, either using a 10 and splitting a 10. Getting a 40 in. Okay, so that's a 25 and a 15. And then, so that's the other 15, right? And then 45 is like a 25 and a 20. Can we just do that? Can we just go like 25? I'll just do it like that. Come here. Okay. No, we just got that, right? That doesn't look bad, does it? 15, 15 and 25 is 40. And that one will be 25. 10 is 35. No, 10 is 45. That's 30. I think you could have solved that like a bunch of different ways, hey? It's like an achievement for each one, just submitting the puzzle.
Daryl's disappearance has got to be tied into all of this somehow.
No chewing gum. Okay. Yeah, that one looked like it had a bunch. Okay, dude's still there?
Equal distribution of weight between birds. 12 votes to title compensation circuit. The whispers. Oh,
Hi, Steve.
Steve!
you're that FBI agent. Grapples?
Tethers.
Nah, it's less than that, because there's a bunch of achievements just for other random stuff. I'd probably about 40. Same last game.
Have you seen Isaac Davner around town?
Davner? The old eraser factory foreman? Oh, nobody's seen him since the incident.
There seem to be a lot of missing persons cases around Scoggins.
Yeah, stuff happens.
Did you know any of the missing people?
I don't talk to a lot of people in town. Just here for business.
What can you tell me about the hidden people?
I'm not into that anymore. Market dropped out on gnome figurines.
No, I mean real ones.
Real hidden people? Are you trying to catch me saying something crazy? Is this entrapment?
Are you okay, Steve? You seem tense.
I'm not tense. Lots of people have trouble sleeping. It doesn't mean anything.
How long have you had trouble sleeping?
Since the eraser factory reopened. Why?
Just asking. How's business?
I'm not into tchotchke smuggling anymore, if that's what you're asking.
No, I was just...
You can't prove anything.
Calm down.
Okay. It's that I just can't figure out this problem. Maybe you can help.
Transport the 4 animals across the river in as many trips as you need. Keep in mind the boat's weight limit and prevent the critters from eating each other. Okay. I used to love this puzzle as a kid when there was like the farmer, the fox, and the chicken. And I always wondered how did like the chicken get itself back across the lake, you know, type of deal. While animals are friendly, left unattended, the bear will eat the wolf will eat the mongoose will eat the snake will eat the bear somehow. Boat has a weight limit of 201. Yeah, one of those ones. Okay. So it's only if they're left... The animals are friendly, left unattended. Okay. So the bear can go across by himself first, right? Why? The wolf is there. Okay, because there's no human, they always count as unattended. Well, I just tried to send the bear across, and it's like, nope. Well, it said mongoose eats snake. I think this is straight up, it's missing something. It said, while the animals are friendly, left unattended, the bear will eat the wolf. Unattended means without a human. Which is kind of dumb, because there's no human in the picture. So I would have thought unattended would have meant if a mongoose and a snake were together without one of these guys, it would eat the other one. But it's just saying if you leave them without a human. So I guess we're in the boat all the time. So, yeah, bear eats wolf, wolf eats mongoose, mongoose eats snake, snake bites bear. That's the one weight, we're the 1 kilo, yeah. So you've got to send 2 animals over at a time, and it's always got to be like, oh, and it's worse when they're, oh, okay. I can't work it out now. Oh, the interface is bad. I don't know how to get them back the way it was. Reset. Okay. I'm going to write this down because it's going to be a problem. So we have snake, mongoose, wolf, bear. Okay, so I need to get either the bear and the mongoose over at the same time, but you can't do that because they weigh too much. So it has to be wolf and snake first, right? So then the only way I can't have the snake and the mongoose on the boat at the same time. I don't know if I can do that. One of them has to come back. So I bring the... oh, they're not unattended on the boat because they're with me, right? We assume. So let's drop the wolf off and come back. And let's get this now and go back. And we can... Who can we leave behind out of these 3? The snake and the wolf can stay together. And then you come over here. And you go there, but both of these have to come back with me. And the mongoose and the wolf can stay together, so now you 2 can go over there, right? And now I submit. He's like, I'm done. I'm done, Steve.
Okay, good luck, Steve.
Yeah. Herds always hold as much as they can carry. Back home. Get back home.
The place just isn't the same without the Darrells, boxing up insects and being generally annoying.
Oh, this gum.
The foreman's wife, Glory Davner, is still working at the diner as if nothing's happened. Even though her husband's still missing, and the last time I saw her, she was using a chainsaw to try to drown me under a lake of ice. I still don't know how she's involved, but I'd better make it clear I'm only trying to help if I want to get any information. Mrs. Davner, Glory, I think Isaac must have been involved in something big.
I don't have any idea what you're talking about.
Try again.
If you've got any information, it's not just a crime to keep quiet. It's preventing me from being able to help find your husband.
I don't know where Isaac is, honest. I'm sorry.
Try a third time.
If you've got any information,
Same deal.
it's
Let's speak to dude with his egg sandwich.
Hello, Sheriff Bogg.
Agent Tethers? What are you doing back in town?
All right, Nutty
We got
Pine.
everything under control.
good sleep,
we don't
dude.
need the FBI poking
Thanks so
its...
much for hanging out.
Calm down,
I'll see you
Sheriff.
tomorrow.
I'm just here on personal leave.
Well, I keep my eye on tourists just the same as FBI agents.
Later, first name, surname. Thanks for hanging out, dude.
When I filed my report with the Bureau, I left out the part about you holding me at gunpoint.
Come on, Tethers. I don't know how you boys do things in Washington, but out here, sometimes a man's gotta do what he's gotta do, even if it means drawing a gun on a fella.
What?
What the hell?
I hope you've started to take
the
Bjorn's
sheriff.
cult seriously. I'm convinced they're behind the disappearance of Isaac Davner.
What? That's crazy. The Brotherhood of Scoggins are valued members of this community. I'm not gonna let them be harassed by anybody, FBI or no.
I've heard that Isaac Davner is only one of the people to go missing around Scoggins. What can you tell me about the other disappearances?
What can I tell you? Nothing. Sure, I got files on all the so-called missing persons, but I don't have to show them to any FBI man, especially one who's not here on official business.
It's a bit rude. Like just a little bit.
I believe the hidden people have something to do with the incident at the factory.
Agent Tethers, please. Just because we don't live in some fancy city doesn't mean you can treat us like gullible yokels.
You've been just as helpful as always, Sheriff Bob.
Oh,
Glad to be of service, Agent Tethers.
no,
Enjoy
you
your time in
misunderstand.
our town and behave yourself.
Agent Tethers,
Ah!
we need to talk. Outside.
Nice.
What did you
I want
need to
that gun.
talk about, Mrs. Davner?
It's about Isaac. He's not back yet. He's supposed to be back.
I warn you, Glory, that attacking an FBI agent with a chainsaw is a federal offense.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. It's just, you were going to stop the Brotherhood. I couldn't let you. Isaac needed to finish his journey.
What?
Why are you worried about Isaac now?
That's his
You're the
journey.
one who helped them take him.
You don't understand. It was the only way to save him.
Save him?
Isaac was troubled. The Brotherhood offered us a way to cure him.
What? This is...
How are the Brotherhood supposed to cure
She's off
Isaac?
a tree, right?
Some kind of spiritual thing, I guess. Neither of us really understood it, but we were desperate.
Do you have any idea where the hidden people would have taken Isaac?
The hidden people aren't real.
But I saw them taking Isaac away.
It's the Brotherhood. They lied.
What do you mean when you say the Brotherhood lied?
Bjorn talked about finding peace by communing with forest spirits. I thought it was a... what's the word?
A metaphor?
No, a crock. But we'd try anything. And now Isaac's missing.
Okay.
In the lodge, I saw a photo of you and Isaac with the rest of the Brotherhood.
They said they could help us. Help Isaac. But they've been taking people. They took Isaac. It's all my fault.
They took Isaac? Have you told the sheriff?
The sheriff knows. He's working with them.
It's not good.
Look, Glory,
Sheriff's
I'd
bad,
like
man.
to stay and talk, but
You've got to get the missing person files.
that's actually a good idea.
I'd like to stay and talk,
I'll make
but
sure
I don't want
Sheriff Boggs stays in the diner. Find out anything you can about Isaac.
I finally got some help, more or less, in finding Isaac Davner. His wife, Glory, believes that the local cult is behind all the missing person cases in Scoggins. I'm going back to the sheriff's office to find out exactly what he's hiding in his files. Oh, Mr. Scruffman, you've been there the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
35.
That conversation between Glory and me was strictly confidential, you know.
He doesn't care.
I know you'd like Isaac out of the way, but I'm going to find him.
If you say so.
Okay, back to the sheriff's station.
The station is locked tight. It looks like the sheriff's interest in puzzles extends to office security.
With one cut, remove all the obstructions to break down the sheriff's office door. Okay. So it has to be from this one, because straight away we see two on a corner, and the only way you can, or unless we can come across like that, maybe. No, there's one up here on this corner. Right. So the only way we get through both of those is to be, like, if we're going from this one, we're not getting any of them. If we go from that one, we're missing one of them. So it has to go from this one, and there's one up in this top corner as well. So if we just double check the timber planks, we get the dark one, the light one, we get this dark one, we get that dark one, we get this light one, and that light one. And if we hit the chains, we get these three coming off those three bits here. And then all the ones that are now wrapping around we hit, except this one. With one cut, remove all the obstructions to break down the sheriff's office door. Thing is though, if this one's cut, wouldn't that fall off? That's a really tough one. With one cut, remove all the obstructions to break down the sheriff's store. I mean, you can't curve the cart. I can't see a different one. It's this light coloured chain here is the one we're not cutting. We get everything else. It says with one cut remove all obstructions. So the only thing I can think of is, yeah, it has to grab this one to grab the short piece, right? And then as soon as we go outside of these ones, you don't get the two dark timber pieces. If we try to go across this way, we don't get this light timber piece. You know, like I said, or this one up here. The top one on the left column, this one. Wait. I mean, I think the only one is like there, but you've got to... If you want to get this brown bit of timber, you've got to be inside it. You can't go like that one because you know you're missing this piece and the chain. We think the chain will just fall. I don't think it's right. I want to hit the how option. I want to see it. The chains on the door are dependent on the wood planks and won't hold if the planks are removed. The solution is to remove the wood planks and the chains won't block the door.
Aha! Now to find those missing persons files.
That's a little bit bogus, hey? Yeah. Help Nelson get to the other side of the room. Drag the office furniture around to block light sources and create a safe path for Nelson to walk through. I can't rotate any of them. So I need to use this light to block this side, which has to be this one, right? Because that can't go across. This one... Okay, so we... has to be that one, because we can't move the plant. We can only move the chairs. And to block this light means something's got to be in here or in there. Oh, hang on. I wonder if I can get this... Come on. I wonder if I can get it around the other side. Yeah. I don't think I can get it through though. Oh yeah, I think I have to get this chair out of there so I can switch the couches. Move the 7 down. It doesn't work like that. No, because if I have this one here, it means we can't ever get past here. No, because if we have a look, I've got to block this window now, and the only way I can do that is by bringing that down, which traps us in there. So we need the 7 couch there. Move the 7 left now. But now I'm not blocking this window. Reset, move the 7 down, which is there. Now move the other couch down right. Oh. Huh. Yeah, that was easy. I didn't see that. That doesn't matter, we got it now. That'll work. Easy peasy. Kind of. It did had something like this in one of the last puzzle in the first game, where
Hello,
you had to
Agent
get
Tethers.
the 3 lifts
Christ,
against the wall,
Sheriff Bog.
and then when you
How
look
long
at
have
it,
you
he's
been standing?
walking through the middle
Randall
of the
Scruffman told
the
me you
thing.
might be paying my office a visit.
And on this one,
I'm sorry. It's just I
the
really
file
needed
cabinet
to
was
see
in the
how
middle
bad
of the
this
the
missing
room.
person
in this,
problem is.
but here it's in the corner.
Everything I got about missing people is in those files.
Thanks.
Yeah, so both those puzzles, the top view down didn't match the actual layout.
With all due respect, Sheriff, these files aren't exactly comprehensive. There are no dates.
What's in the files is everything I got, Tethers.
Discover the secret message by placing the names of Scoggins' missing residents in the order they disappeared, starting from first to go missing. Notes on missing person. Isaac was last to be kidnapped before Daryl, who was kidnapped last. So Daryl last, Isaac second last. Haldor and Will were kidnapped before Ted. Yeah, Ted's third. Will first. Will. Haldor. Wait. Will was not first. Okay, so Haldor first. Then Will. Then Ted. Then Isaac. Then Daryl. Haldor. We'll get a word down here as well. Ted. Then Isaac. Then Daryl. Who's this Barney Straussib? Okay. Daryl last. Isaac second last. It said Ted was not fourth, was it? Ted was not fourth, which means he must be third. Means Holder was still first. Will was second, and Barney was fourth. Are we happy with that? Isaac was the last to be kidnapped before Daryl, who was kidnapped last. Ted was not fourth. Holder and Will were before Ted. So if these guys are 5 and 6, and Ted's not 4, and they're before him, he has to be 3. So we definitely have Ted 3 in the right spot. Will was not first, so he was 2. Holdor was then first. So the only option here is a switch here, but I doubt it. And it doesn't fill in all the letters.
Aha! It spells a name? Teeter-daughter.
Did you say teeter-daughter?
Maybe?
That's probably Melkorka Teeter-Daughter. And she's a strange one. Keeps to herself. Nobody in town really knows her.
Is she one of the missing people?
Missing? Nah, I can't say anyone would miss her. She lives in the old Teeterson house over on the west side of town, near Valda's Inn.
Then I'd better find out what she knows about all these disappearances.
Putting my furniture back in order and fix the lock on your way out, Tethers.
I wonder if the rest of the Scoggins police force is as competent as Sheriff Bogg.
Do I not have the option to put it back?